Currently, there's £31 billion laying in unclaimed, inactive or lost pension pots. A big part of the problem is that people are simply not engaged with their pension. They don't track them, and they don't even know what normal looks like at each stage of life. So let's fix that. Let's look at the average pension size by age and what you might expect to have at each point. When you're just starting out and you're under 25 years old, the average pension pot is about 5.5k. That jumps to 19k in your late 20s and early 30s, and then nearly doubles to 40k in your late 30s. In your 40s and early 50s, it climbs sharply to about 80k, and then 138k as you approach retirement. After retirement, the average pension pot peaks at 146k in your mid-60s, and then slowly reduces as people start taking out from their pensions. How do you feel about seeing those numbers? Are you above average or are you slightly below? Let us know in the comments below. No judgment at all. Context is just really important here.
Okay, those numbers definitely help put things into perspective, but what does that actually mean for me? I'm 25 and I have 24,000 in my pension.
And that's exactly the question to ask. These averages do not tell the full story. They're just a guide. Your pension target depends on your situation. Someone earning 30k a year will have a different pension goal than someone earning 90k.
Okay, so what should I actually be looking at instead?
There are two things I'd focus on. The first is a sense check, using the salary multiple framework by age. The second is the retirement living standards, which tells you what type of life your pension pot can actually support. Let's start with the salary multiple framework. It's a rule of thumb that is used to sanity check your progress. Instead of comparing yourself to the average person, you compare your pension to your salary. So by looking at this, by around 30, you'll aim for about 1 times your salary. By 40, roughly 3 times. By 50, around 6 times. And by retirement, somewhere closer to 10 times your salary. It's not a target set in stone. It's just a quick way to see if you're broadly on track. The next step is understanding what a good pension looks like in terms of lifestyle. This is where the UK's retirement living standard helps. They break retirement into 3 levels: minimum, moderate and comfortable. All based on today's prices with a 4% withdrawal rate. So, looking at this, at the minimum level, a single person needs about 13.4k a year, which means a pension pot of roughly 335k. For a couple, that drops to around 270k each. Most people will be aiming for the moderate level, and that's 31.7k for one person and 43.9k for a couple, meaning 550k each in a 2-person household. Comfortable retirement costs more, but here's the key takeaway. If you're a couple, the individual pension pot you need is much lower. And for most people, the moderate level strikes the best balance between security and actually enjoying life. So actually take a bit of time to think about this. How do you actually see your retirement? Would you want 2 or 3 holidays a year? Or have you travelled enough and just want to stay closer to your family? Use these figures as a guide, not a rule.
Okay, that actually makes a lot of sense, but is there anything else that I need to think about apart from how much I'll be spending?
Yes, and this is a big one. When do you actually want to retire? Do you want to stop at 55, ease off at 60, go part-time, or just keep working because you enjoy it? The age you retire has a massive difference. It can mean needing to save more now or having a lot more time on your side. To finish this off, let's run through a quick example using a pension calculator. I like the legal and general one, but you can use whichever one you prefer. You'll start by entering some basic details, like your date of birth and your gender. This helps estimate your retirement age, which you can always adjust. Then you'll add any pensions you already have. For this example, let's say you've got a 20k pension pot. If you're still working, you'll also tick yes to ongoing contributions and enter what you and your employer are paying in. You can find that on your payslip. You'll then be asked whether to include the state pension I would recommend running it with and without the state pension, especially if you're under 30, as future rules aren't guaranteed. Finally, you'll choose the type of lifestyle you want in retirement. For this example, let's go with moderate. And then click Get Results. That gives you a report showing what you might have at retirement, plus some useful details to explore further. And with that, I hope you enjoyed the video. Thank you all for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.